Hey, what's up? So I'm your residential movement guru. Today we're gonna get a little bit more in depth on things that you can now do across the floor, especially if you have space to do it. Now, I'm not sure if all of the audio fully picked up, so if it is clean, then you'll get the video straight up. Other than that, it will be a voiceover. But to not make this video any longer than it has to be, let's dive into this. We'll see you when we get in there. Let's begin with a decent warm-up. You can have your athletes jog to start things off. I like to do things with a sprint, but the thing that you want to note is whether the athlete completes the task or not. Always say what you mean and mean what you say. A lot of the athletes want to be lazy and then just stop. Now, if the athlete is young, make sure you have them do the technique you called going down, and then they can simply walk back, but make sure it's a complete walk back and not that they started the task and then stopped. The next warm-up would be a sprint. You want them to run as fast as they can to the end. Make sure they get to the end safely, and then they can walk back again. If they're young, you choose according to your athlete's level how many times you do something. Stride run. Stride run, you let them know this is when you stretch your legs as long as you can, as fast as you can. So if it took you 20 steps to get down to the other end, do it in 10. And you just shorten how many steps it takes for them to get there. Get low. Have them pump their arms as they stretch their legs as long as they possibly can. This isn't necessarily a race because with a stride run, they actually should be going fairly slow because they're trying to take up as much space as possible. Make sure that their knees bend and their arms pump. Now, when it comes to the arms, you gotta watch it because a lot of the times my athletes, their arms will go in different directions. They'll tuck their head down and they're not looking at whatever they're doing or where they're headed. When you have them go, explain to them the two ways that their arms can move. You choose one first for them, but do educate them later on. One where their arms stay straight, and then there's another one where their arms bend like a runner. With their arms being straight, their back of their palm is going in the same direction that they are running. And this sets them up for anything dealing with floor routines such as round-offs, like power hurdles. The regular arm pumping, you pretty much know where that's headed from that. The next warm-up that we're going to have is a cat leap, not to be confused with a pas de chat. Cat leap, they're going to be low, squat low, hands at their sides. They're going to swing their arms forward, jump to their hands, and then bring in their feet. A lot of the times you'll get athletes to do frog hops where everything comes off the floor. Make sure you actually specify when you see this. Swing your hands, jump to your hands, bring in your feet. Get them to do this down the entire floor. Now, the better they get at this, so if they're doing it this way, all right, only one lap. But if they're doing it this way, where they can actually stretch their body out long and take up more space, then it is time to increase how many times they do a lap across the floor. The next one is a bear crawl. Too many times I see my athletes try to bear crawl very fast. Now, yes, gymnasts do bear crawls a little differently, so that's perfectly fine. This is more on another thing. You want them to actually do bear crawls properly, where they move slow. This is one of the reasons I go down and back. I don't go in a circle, and so that they actually get the control, because a lot of times when they start going to in a circle, they get really lazy. A lot of the times they will put their knees down, or that their shoulders would almost be in a downward dog position. You want to make sure that their shoulders are over their wrist and they're feeling the weight of their hands, the weight on their hands, peel the heel off and then flip off the fingertips. That's the tutorial for today. It is the warm-up that you would want to do when you're safely indoors of a large facility. Can you do this inside of your house? Yes, you can, but for the most, you want space so that you can actually train yourself to continue to go. On the next video, I'll give you other exercises to do while you're at home when you are limited in space. But if you have access to a gym, gymnastics gym, you're the student, you're the athlete, you're the coach, looking for ways to push your kids, especially if they have a lot of energy. I'm your residential movement guru. Stay blessed, stay safe, continue to train because there's more to come. And I'll see you when I see you.